Hey, good morning, group. Ashley Dietrich here again, founder of Team Fit and Fearless. And I just want to welcome you to day 2 of our sneak peek. So today we're going to cover what is a Beachbody coach? What do we do? And what does it actually mean and entail? So those are the things I want to touch base with you on today and kind of explain. So I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you in this video, so please make sure to post your comments in the comment section thread below so that we can all see the questions and answer, because your question might be someone else's question. Okay, so what is a Beachbody coach? A Beachbody coach is anyone who is on their own health and fitness journey at any point of their journey. This could be somebody who has a huge weight loss goal, or just somebody who wants to, shift their lifestyle to a healthier one. It could be anything. So it's anyone who then uses Beachbody products. As a coach, we always want to be a product of the product. And what that means to us is I want to be able to share my experiences with the products. I don't want to just have products, at my hand and sell them to people to make money. That is not what we are about, and that is not our intent. So being a product of the product means you use the products yourself. You drink Shakeology every day, and you stay on top of your nutrition and your fitness with the use of Beachbody products. So, and it's a wealth of information, through the Beachbody products. There are products for anybody of any fitness level, and we'll go over that more towards the end of this group. And a Beachbody coach doesn't have to be fit. That's actually a common misconception. A Beachbody coach does not have to be, in their perfect, in perfect shape. They don't even have to be in good shape. What's great about the Beachbody world is that people are going to relate to your journey. They're not going to necessarily relate to your destination. So sharing your journey from point A to point B is what's really important, because no one can relate to perfection, and people don't relate to your highlight reels. They want to know the nitty gritty of what you're doing, and the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears you're putting in to reach your goals. So Beachbody coaching is about sharing that journey and that experience. There's no training required. No prior training. You don't have to be a fitness trainer. You don't have to be a nutrition expert. I knew pretty much nothing about either one of those things when I started. And you have to have no prior experience. This is just, it's something that you can mold into your own, to fit your own life and to fit your own personality, which I think is something that's really great. I know there's coaches on my team who are from all different walks of life. Me being a stay-at-home mom primarily, I wasn't when I started this, but I am now. And then I have coaches on my team who are students who are going to school and working and also running their Beachbody business. I have coaches on my team who have full-time jobs and are running this business. I have coaches on my team who work in a hospital and who are nurses, who work third shift, and we all come from completely different lifestyles, but we all have shared the same passion of making our lives better through health and fitness. And that's one thing that one of Beachbody's missions is to end the trend of obesity through health and fitness. So I think that's really admirable, and that's something that I've always admired about that company. I think they have a lot of integrity, which is why part of the reason I was drawn to them as well. When I started, I was not at my goal weight. I had some more weight to lose, and I started sharing my experience, and people were attracted and drawn to that because I was trying to be as honest as possible about where I started and how far I'd come and where I wanted to go. So that's just kind of a little bit of some information for you in regards to of what a Beachbody coach is. What we do as Beachbody coaches is our main purpose and goal is to share this experience and opportunity and share our passion for health and fitness. And we do that. Yep, it's on the counter. And the other way we do this is we focus on 4 vital behaviors of a Beachbody coach. And the 4 vital behaviors are to be, like I mentioned, a product of the product. So, using the products and showing people how they can work, and without selling, I can't say that enough. That's not something that we believe in, I guess you could say. Second vital behavior is inviting. And inviting can mean so many different things. You can invite people to join you on your journey. You can invite people to a sneak peek like I invited you guys, or your coach invited you. Inviting people to try Shakeology with you in a group setting, which I have another group that's doing that right now. Inviting people to join your challenge group. So a challenge group is something that Beachbody coaches run, usually monthly, and it's a group, an accountability group where people come and they have their Shakeology and they have their program, and we all kind of work on it together through a virtual group on Facebook or via a free app. And it's really, really cool. I know, speaking for myself, I would have never, ever stuck with my program and lost the weight that I needed to lose had I not been in such an amazing challenge group. And I have my coach to thank for that because she provided me with, and other people in the group with a great experience and created a sense of community, I guess you could say, within the group, and a place of support. So that's kind of what it is. I know so many people start their fitness journeys and they fizzle out because, for a lot of reasons, but one big reason is because they don't have support and they don't have anyone to hold themselves accountable to. So I think that that's really important. So that's one thing that we do as coaches. So that's inviting. And then the third one is personal development. Personal development, I dare say, is one of the most important behaviors of a coach. And this might sound silly, but it's almost like you're kind of working on yourself physically, through fitness, internally through nutrition, and in your mind through personal development, and your emotion through personal development. So personal development is any sort of book or podcast or audio book or anything like that you read or listen to that just kind of helps you develop more self-confidence, more drive, more passion. One of my favorite books is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Darren Hardy also has a free email personal development thing you can get to. I'll try to post the link to that. It's really cool. But it basically is just, it's a way to connect and to fill your cup, I guess you could say. The saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. So that's one of the ways that we kind of keep in track with that. Another really great one that I'm reading right now is called You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I don't know how to pronounce her name. That's a really good one too. It's some of these books, I never would have ever thought I would have picked up because I just thought, they're like a self-help, rah-rah, kumbaya type of book. But it's actually quite opposite of that. And You Are a Badass is actually touches on how she went through, all that stuff, that same journey. So anyway, it's really cool. A lot of these books are life-changing. I know that's a bold statement, but I find that to be very true. And some people, it just depends on the person. Some people's personal development focus is more on their faith. And it can really be taken a lot of different ways, but it's just an area of focus for you to kind of be fulfilled in a different way. And our fourth vital behavior is recognition. So one of the things that I think is really cool about the Beachbody world is everyone is recognized for their achievements, whether they are big, small, anything at all. And I think that's important because it builds self-confidence and self-esteem. It's something that I think was extremely overlooked or not done at all in some of the jobs that I had prior to, my office jobs or, 9-to-5 jobs before having kids and before Beachbody came into my life. And it's no fun to go to a job where you have no appreciation or it's not noted that you're appreciated. It's not recognized. And I think that that's something that anyone can appreciate and is really fueled by. So that's become one of our vital behaviors too, is recognition. Anyway, and so that's kind of a little bit about what we do as coaches. I mentioned challenge groups. We run challenge groups. And the rest just kind of depends on how engrossed you are in the business. Some coaches are hobby coaches, some are part-time coaches, some are full-time coaches. You kind of get to, determine your level of success in that way. And whatever level you determine will depend on, how much time and effort you put into it. So, some other things we do is we have weekly team calls, and that's done via Zoom. So it's kind of like Skype. And everyone can get on and we just kind of touch base for the week and we talk about, different things going on in the Beachbody world and different goals. We talk about our goals a lot. And it's just it's another way to build a sense of community and fellowship through your team. I know I always look forward to our team calls. We have one tonight at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and it's a great way to just kind of check in with everybody, and we're all there for each other, which is kind of cool. And though we may not have known each other very well before Beachbody, we've really grown to have a great relationship through coaching, and I think that that's really special. So let's see what else. Okay, so then I kind of want to just give you a little bit of an insight real quick before I wrap up this call on a little bit of an insight into how my day works. So my day is going to be completely different from your day or completely different from your coach's day. Everybody just has it different, but just to kind of paint the picture a little bit of what works for me. So like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids, and my husband is a farmer, so he is often gone sun up till sundown, depending on the time of year. So I kind of run the show here at home, and we get up about 7 o'clock, which is really nice. I don't have to wake up to an alarm. I do try to wake up to an alarm. I should wake up earlier, but anyway, I wake up at 7, and I get the kids up, and while I'm making breakfast, sometimes I'll listen to my personal development. If I have it in an audio version, I'll put my earbuds in, I'll make breakfast, and then we have breakfast together, get the kids ready for school. Our oldest goes to preschool right now, so we load up the car, we take her to preschool. Sometimes I'll listen to personal development in my car with the earbuds in through my phone, and then the kids can listen to music. And then we get to school, we drop her off, we come back home, and the kids have playtime. And like right now, we just got home, so I'm making this video, and they get a little bit of screen time. They get to watch some PBS, and then they get to play. And then, I just kind of go into house stuff, cleaning, laundry, all that exciting stuff. We do lunch around noon. And after lunch, we do a little bit of a rest time. So during that rest time, sometimes my 3.5-year-old takes a nap, but sometimes he doesn't. But the baby always does. So I usually have about 1.5 to 2 hours where I can work my business. So I'll spend this time checking into my challenge groups, seeing how my challengers are doing, answering any questions that might be there. I check into my team page to see if any of my coaches have questions for me. I check my Facebook messages, answer and reply to those. I check my email, answer and reply to those. I check my back office, which is just kind of my Beachbody website that just shows me a whole bunch of information and reports. I check that. And then I go through my vital behaviors. So I'll work out, be the product of the product. I'll do some inviting. I will do personal development if I hadn't gotten it done earlier. It all just kind of depends on how our day goes and how I spend that 1.5 to 2 hours. But I always try to get my workout in at that time as well. So then the kids get up from their naps and we play outside, we, do whatever inside. They follow me around all day, typical stuff. And then at about 3 o'clock, we go, 3:30, we go pick up my daughter from preschool. We get back home, we have a snack, and then the kids play while I start supper. So that's another chance I'll get to listen to personal development if I need to. We have supper. My husband comes home about 6:30 typically. We have supper, and then from then on, it's family time. So I try to completely get off my phone and stay away from my computer unless, something really important comes up. But usually I just try to put it off until after the kids go to bed so we get some family time. Kids go to bed between about 7:30, 8 o'clock, depending on the day. And then from then on, if I have anything else to do, if I see some more messages in my inbox, I'll make sure to check those. And that's pretty much it. And then the rest of the time is this kind of overflow from whatever I didn't get done during the day, spend time with my husband, and sometimes I'll read before bed. So that's pretty much it. I also post on my social media about 3 to 5 times a day. And I'm going to talk more about social media and how that all works tomorrow. But I really hope this just kind of gives you a little bit better insight as to what we do as coaches. There's some other really fun things that I didn't get to talk about, but just touch on real quick. If you look in the photo albums of this group, I posted some photos. There's some Super Saturday events. Those are held quarterly. If you're in the Grand Rapids area, those are held at Frederick Meyer Gardens. So those are held for a couple hours, like 4 times a year. And that's a really, really fun event. We have Beachbody Coach Summit coming up in July, which is going to be amazing. I signed up in June last year as a coach, so I didn't get to go in time. So this will be my first Coach Summit, so I'm super pumped. It's in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's going to be amazing. It's a long weekend full of training and live workouts with the celebrity trainers, so like Tony Horton and Autumn Calabrese and Shalene Johnson, Shaun T. So it's going to be awesome. Anyway, those are just kind of some of the things that we do. A lot of these trips are earned through meeting our goals every month. And that's one other thing I want to touch on too, is there's not, one of the questions I always get is, do I have a quota I have to meet? Do I have to sell, a bunch of Shakeology every month? No, there's no quotas. It's totally whatever goals you set for yourself is your goal for the month. There is a little bit more specific goals, is we try to help 3 people, at least 3 people every month, 3 new people get started with their own fitness journey and nutrition journey. So that would be like the only, it's not even required, it's encouraged, but there's no, it's not like, you're looked down upon if you don't meet some, quota. There's no quotas. There's no, nothing like that. No sales levels to hit, or I don't know. I don't even know what that would be because we don't do it. But so that's always one of the questions that I get. So we're going to talk more about that later too. So please, if there's something I didn't explain very clearly or something I didn't talk about that you have questions on, please feel to post it in the comments below. And I or some of the other coaches on our team will answer the questions. So I look forward to hearing from you guys and getting your feedback and answering your questions on this and sharing more with you. So have a happy, happy Tuesday, and I will see you in the group. Bye.